Ouaddou. Now, I mean, it's not the Bloemfontein Celtic of old, nor is it Siwelele Louis Vuitton. I miss you, Andile. Maybe if he had a South African name, you know, Luvuyo Sales, Tamsanga Sales, Ndivuo Sales. Maybe that could work. At Chiefs as Kali, we Ben Khalil. Welcome everybody to a week in the PSL. My name is George Bukwena. I'm going to take you through some of the biggest stories in the PSL that happened this past week. And we're going to have some fun because I'm wearing my pink blazer. And that means everybody's going to get these jokes. So lighten up. I'm going to start at the top. Durban City sits top of the log and proves that even though you can't teach old dogs new tricks, those two old dogs have just over 30 years of PSL coaching experience that has helped them win 2 games. Win 2 games, Pirates. Or at least 1. Jeez. And the excitement I get. Coach Gavin has won 4 league titles, 3 in a row at Supersport. Coach Ernst Middendorp was the last real challenger to Mamelodi Sundowns for a league title. I mean, think about it. We went from this to a Ahly. And Coach Ernst was the closest coach to get his hands on a league in this Sundowns run. Whether you like to believe it or not, Nyanazi. But Durban City, be wary. Remember, Coach Hunt is also almost the reason why MultiChoice couldn't sell Supersport for a profit because they would have been relegated. And then, of course, Coach Ernst Middendorp, hey, he knows relegation, that man. Twice with Cape Town Spurs. Thank you for Velepai. Still working for Chiefs. And, of course, he was the last coach to go to the last day with Mamelodi Sundowns. And lost on the final day after leading the league. So maybe, Durban City, don't stay on number 1 too long. Try follow from number 2. It makes things a little bit easier and your chances are higher. A team that is taking that advice is Kaizer Chiefs. Number 2 on the log, and just like Durban City, they managed to win 2 games in a row. At least one side of Soweto's on. And this, I believe, is great for Kaizer Chiefs because, hi man, kono umuntu oshodayo lana. Something's missing. Help me out. And if you said option B, you are correct. Coach Nabi is currently not in the country owing to the fact that his wife had an unfortunate accident that hospitalized her. Now, serious, we pray for her speedy recovery. But that man, Coach Yusuf Ben Khalil, is on a roll, keeping up his 100% record when Coach Nabi is not home. This man is just proving that Coach Khalil Sampata because he's on a roll, beating Polokwane City and our daily bread Stellenbosch FC. See what I did there? Daily bread, Pata, Rama, steady. Fine. Coach Barker, stop whining. What? No? I don't know what Coach Ben Khalil is doing, but it's surely translating into wins. Okay, I'm joking. This coach doesn't use a translator, but whatever he's doing is working. Now, can he keep up the win streak? Will he replace Coach Nabi? Nobody knows, but catch this and more on next week's episode of FNBZ. At Chiefs as Kali, we Ben Khalil. From Ben Khalil to a man that some fans are calling the Great Khali for some reason, we head over to Pirates to look at Coach Abdeslam Ouaddou, who's got a very tough job ahead of him. Maybe they shouldn't call him Great Khali. Maybe they should call him John Cena because Animboni. Oh, wait, let me fix something. Pirates fans, say it with me. It's Ouaddou. One more time. Ouaddou. Yay! Orlando Pirates has lost its first 2 games and Coach Ouaddou has shown that there's no point to covering Orlando Pirates. No point. Because no wins. Because 0 on the log. I cracked myself up. You see, Pirates first lost to Iskukune United, a place where lost Pirates players go to discover their joy. As well as Marumo Gallants, aka Landanoten, aka that's where Pirates got Coach Ouaddou from. Again, say it with me. Ouaddou. Coach Abdi faces a really tough task because not only does he have to go and win with Pirates, but he has to try and convince the old players that they must listen to him. The previous guy's name was El Padre, or the father. Have you ever tried to be a stepdad? Those kids will never listen to you. But this is something that he has to do because he tries to discipline them and bring in his own guys, Abo Mbule, Abo Master Chef. But because the Master Chef is not cooking, now he's under pressure to bring back those old guys. Now, the 1-1 draw versus Sundowns has gone a long way to maybe lessening a bit of that pressure. But it's always tough to try and make a home out of a house that somebody else built. Pirates just needs to win. Marumo Gallants. I'm going to do exactly what the people of Bloem are doing and ignore you because Siwelele FC just so happens to be the big story coming out of Bloem. Now, I mean, it's not the Bloemfontein Celtic of old, nor is it Siwelele sa Louis Vuitton. I miss you, Andile. But whatever gate Calvin LeJohn is doing over there in Bloemfontein has the fans buzzing. That electric atmosphere was key to their first win at the Dr. Rantlai Petra Stadium, aka Cesar Ramabod. Now, they're not going to be able to keep that up because, just like the Dr. Rantlai Stadium was formerly Cesar Ramabod, this team is formerly Supersport, and they seem to be going back to Lucas Moripe to play their games. So they're not going to be able to get those fans. But in some weird way, I guess this is good because Supersport makes it back to Lucas Moripe from Polokwane. So that could be a good thing. Whatever is happening there, it seems to be a good thing thus far. Or it seems to be a good thing thus far. No? Fine. Lastly, let's talk about Siwelele's roommate over there at Lucas Moripe, Mamelodi Sundowns. They have 1 win and 1 draw from their opening exchanges. Not bad for a team that doesn't have their star Ribeiro, who allegedly is in Brazil because he realized that, hey, what's more Brazil than being in Brazil? Surely it's more Brazil than playing for a team that's named the Brazilians. But when one Brazilian disappears, another one takes his place, and Arthur Sales has been incredible this season, continuing the form that he had from last time. But even though Sales is up, it doesn't seem that Masandawana are buying into the Caruso project, and they'll have to get to full speed in order to keep whatever support they have going and maybe growing. I don't know, man. I feel for Sales. I feel like we should be taking him seriously, but we don't feel him as a nation. Maybe if he had a South African name, Luvuyo Sales. Tamsanga Sales, Ndivu Sales. Maybe that could work. But all in all, a lot of the league is going to be hoping that Mamelodi Sundowns stumbles this season so that someone can go and win the league. We can't go without having these trophies inside different cabinets. And Sundowns will also be under pressure to win some cup games, especially looking at that big one they have that is the Champions League. But it is only the first week of everything being back properly. So we're probably going to see a lot more. And I think that has been a great week of action. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you guys on the next one.